Here's a link for you. Speaking of artistic choices.
Destiny 2 is closing down.
Destiny 2, closing, yes.
Yeah, I mean, as someone who enjoyed Destiny 1 and not so much Destiny 2, and especially...
What about Destiny's Child? Were you a big fan of Destiny's Child?
Indifferent.
I mean, certain albums,
So one of the problems many people know with Destiny 2 is they started getting to this point where it's like, even if you've bought certain stuff, we're going to start not allowing you to access older content because we want to force you to buy the new content. So I bought an expansion and
Nintendo, is that you?
No, it's probably worse than Nintendo actually. So
how?
For example, I bought. Well, no, actually, I think I got gifted. I had Destiny 2 already, and I'd played a bit, and I transferred all my stuff over from the Xbox version. And then a friend of mine bought me one of the expansions I hadn't played yet. 2 weeks later, and then Bungie went, and you're not allowed to play that anymore if you've bought it. Tough shit. It's like, hang on, I haven't finished it yet. It's like, no, if you want to play more Destiny, you now have to buy the latest expansion, and you can't play anything in the past. And at that point, I was just like, well, fuck you then.
What's Bungie gonna do now?
They've got Marathon.
They've got Marathon to do. Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's their new live service game, which
that's the one. That's the one that I'm interested in, just purely on an artistic graphical style level.
So that's the thing that put me off the most.
I don't know. So there's something about it that just made me go, ooh. I'd like to see more. Not necessarily play it, but I'd quite like to see it.
So, oddly enough, supposedly the gunplay, like something that Bungie does very well is their actual gun mechanics and gameplay is very good generally. And supposedly this is no exception. But it's the fact that it's a PvP game just makes me go, well, fuck that. I'm not interested anymore because I just don't do PvP anymore.
Well,
but yeah, it's I'm kind of sad because Destiny holds some good memories with me. Me, Shadowfox, and our friends in May I and Think did some really crazy stuff with the raids by doing it with 4 people rather than 6, which was hilarious. But it got very weird in its later years. So while I'm sure there are some people that are sad to see it go, I think it's about time. But it does, it raises the whole question of, okay, so is everything you paid for just now kaput? Can't do anything with it. Which is annoying, especially considering, there's no reason you couldn't necessarily make at least the storyline just work offline.
Oh, let's not talk about getting things to work offline.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure.
A certain Ubisoft game for a start.
Well, it's exactly the same problem.
Yeah, exactly the same problem. But we won't. But at the same time, we won't let the actual community try and fix it either.
No, it's interesting though because there is one of the problems with so you'll know that I'm a fan of the Souls series of games.
Yes, indeed.
Now, technically, those are online games because you can co-op them. There's PvP stuff as well.
And part of the aspect of it is obviously the messaging between players who have perished along the way.
Yes, and it also, you can see the bloodstains of people who've died, and you can see how they died to hopefully avoid your own death.
So it's which gives context to the dangers ahead. It just shows you.
But they've always had a backup solution of what happens if you can't connect online. There's an offline mode, and in the newer versions of the games, there's an option to go, we know people can be dicks online, so do you just want to play offline anyway? So if they can sort it for a game that fundamentally has like a online aspect to it, then it can't be that difficult. Because I'm not saying From Software is a small studio, but they're not EA big.
No.
Yeah, but and what was it? Interestingly, like other people they've allowed other people to make their own solutions. So Dark Souls 1, Dark Souls 3, and Elden Ring have a mod called Continuous Co-op, which allows you to make your own version of a server where only you and your friends can connect and doesn't have the normal restrictions that the co-op has in games as they normally are. And basically, Bandai Namco have just gone, okay. Because, how is that any different than you just all playing offline and only coming online to play together when you want to? It's no skin off their back because you're still buying copies of the game.
Speaking of studios, which are small, in fact, they're so small, they're not there anymore. Nagoshi Studios over in Japan. Yeah, Toshihiro Nagoshi's studio, which he left Sega for. He left Sega and doing the Like a Dragon games to go off and do a Yakuza game somewhere else.
Yeah.
But NetEase, they withdrew all the funding from Gang of Dragon, which a pity because actually Gang of Dragon was looking really good. The studio is now listed as permanently closed on Google Maps. There's been no official statement, but I think the YouTube channel's been nuked and everything else. It's just like yikes. That is not just toast. That is just charcoal at this point.
Oddly enough, they haven't taken the game page down off Steam yet.
Yeah, that's there still. But I think somebody was saying that the YouTube channel's been nuked. So the only way you've got the trailers anymore is from other places.
Well, so there are plenty. It's something that is an interesting thing to look at from my perspective. Is a lot of news websites won't link to the original trailer. They'll upload their own version to get their own comments and get their own channel, which means they can advertise and get money on it, obviously. Interestingly, there's one company that has 2 channels and they do it on both channels, which feels weird.
Welcome to WatchMojo.com. No.
But yeah, that's a shame. I mean,
I wonder if somebody will do a True Crime Hong Kong on that game. I wonder if somebody will rescue that game.
I'd assume NetEase will give it to another studio to finish.
From Oblivion, and somebody will come in to just buy it and repackage it, like say, a la True Crime Hong Kong becoming Sleeping Dogs.
We shall see, because the problem is, like, take for instance, I think we spoke about this in a previous episode, Microsoft cancelling the recent Perfect Dark. There were actually 2 publishers that were basically went to Microsoft and went, hey, this game's that close to being finished. We'll pay you to take it off your hands and we'll release it. Obviously, you can still publish it. No, they were going to say we'll publish it. We'll still give you your licensing fee because it's your thing. And Microsoft just went, no, we don't want anyone. We want this crap. We want this canned and scrapped because. And it's like, but why? Well, unless it's that bad a game, which
if they think it would have a negligible effect on the value of the brand.
But there's nothing for the brand to lose at this point in time. Like Perfect Dark, the last Perfect Dark game was considered an absolute trash fire. So, and I don't think it was that bad, but it was certainly a step down from the original by the sound of it.
Like played. It's.
I mean, it's not the only one. I mean, what was it? John Romero's new game was obviously being funded by them, and they cancelled that. And John Romero's trying to save what he can from it, but obviously, whatever his agreement with Microsoft meant that they kind of control whatever they made potentially. Yeah. And don't get me wrong. I know people aren't particularly keen on John Romero at times, but even then, it's like he was genuinely trying to make something he was passionate about, and just to have it ripped out from under you is never going to be pleasant.
No.
But and I do worry that I think one of the big things is you look at the amount of games that are coming out these days. There is more games than anyone can play, and only a few rise to the top. And some of the ones that rise to the top on Steam, just from my perspective, don't make sense. There was that weird weed game that absolutely dominated the Steam charts. I can't remember what it's called.
But Earth Weed. Was it like a weed farmer or something? Wasn't it? Was it that one?
No, it was. It was basically a. Jeez, it was like a really low budget graphic GTA, but focused on the weed industry.
Oh, I mean, and that is This isn't recent. This isn't recent, right?
Yeah. No, this is. No, it'd be last year.
Last year.
Yeah.
I think there's always been. I'm pretty sure there's always been a weed-based takeoff of GTA. I think it's just that there's always been one.
Maybe, but it was.
There was the one.
It got so,
there was one going around when I was in college. For God's sake, that people were playing endlessly.
I genuinely can't remember the name, but yeah, it was the thing that really kind of bothered me about it was it got so many sales in such a short time. It got a front page thing on Steam, which funded it to then port it to consoles. That's how big it got.
Bloody hell! I don't know.
And it was like we're talking worse graphics than Lethal Company. Like most of your things were like like the people you get in the game of life.
Oh, well, oh wow!
That kind of graphics.
Just pegs.
Pegs, but with guns.
Pegs with guns. See, if that's an artistic choice, that works. But if it's just a lazy choice, then it's like, okay.
I don't think it was lazy. I think it was just that lower budget.
Hey, you had something else you wanted to discuss, didn't you?
Yeah. Well, there was. Interestingly, I'm having a problem with games this year where there's no games I'm excited for this year, but there's now been 3 games coming out next year that I'm excited about.
Sounds like a 2026 problem to me.
Yeah. I mean, there's a new expansion for Final Fantasy 14 coming out that I'll look forward to.
Oh, yes.
Don't worry, I'm not going to harp on. That's not what I want to talk about.
I'm not stopping you harping on about it.
There's a sequel to a game that I casually enjoy, which is Dragon Ball Xenoverse. So the 3rd installment's coming out next year sometime.
Is there also a drag? What was it called again?
Dragon Ball Xenoverse 3.
So is there a Dragon Ball Hercules verse as well, which is done by the same production company?
Do you want to know who it's done by? Because you'll recognise the company.
Yeah, go on.
Dimps.
Oh God.
Yeah, but they've been so they've been
Goku's hit a boost pad, everybody.
So they've been working on the second game for 10 years, with the latest DLC coming out, I think, last month.
That sounds like a Dimp's life cycle. Yeah, go on.
Yeah. Well, the thing is, they've been tying all the DLC to the new movies and series that've been coming out. So they've been mimicking what's happening in those. But the games are all about you making your own character to insert into the Dragon Ball universe. And the previous 2 games, you're a time patroller. So you're going back in history to fight the fights and make them go the course they're meant to go, while villains are trying to, script the timeline.
Yeah.
But I played a lot of the second game, and I've genuinely really enjoyed it. I've been playing a custom Margin character, so like Margin Boo's race, the weird squishy things.
I vaguely know what you're talking about. Carry on.
But yeah. But anyway, there was another game that was announced while I was unconscious. Directly at that time.
This man has had surgery, by the way. We didn't get to that.
Yes.
This man has had surgery. He's in recovery. He's definitely not working. He's definitely not working hard. Better bloody not be.
Don't worry about it. But
Dear
yeah,
Rebellion, I would like to write an audible letter to you.
It's fine. So a game got announced that I genuinely was just like, I'm not expecting this because I thought the series was over.
Oh, it's an F-Zero game.
Sorry?
An F-Zero game. Fantastic.
No.
A new F-Zero game.
No, it's I would say it's a game you have played, although I don't think you finished. It is a puzzle game.
Oh, is it? Was this Talos Principle 3?
Yeah. And I genuinely was like, because I've played both games, the first and the second one. I love them both. They're some of my favourite games. Obviously, don't quite hit my top 10, but that's just because they think they've got to stand the test of time a bit more. But the second game, like the transition from the first game to the second game is interesting because the first game is basically, without spoiling too much, is very much self-contained thing. And then the second game builds upon that as, what if the first game happened 1,000 times over? Almost. And so the second game, the thing is, the original game kind of was developed and then a story added onto it. Because if you don't know, the game was made by a company called Crow Team, who, before the Talos Principle, only really had one series to their name.
Yes. It's a very serious one.
Yes. Well, depends on how you look at it, but yes, Serious Sam, which almost a complete polar opposite to the Talos Principle.
Would you like a highbrow puzzle game versus the
Kamikazes do make a cameo in both games, though. God. But yeah, the
Kamikaze coming at you is like, you need to refract this beam of light through this maze of mirrors, and you have 2 moves in which to manage to do it. At the same time, a Kamikaze going,
nah, it's purely a cameo thing. But so from what I've read, the original was going to be in the Serious Sam game, but they basically thought it genuinely was too puzzle based for a Serious Sam fan to get, so it span off into its own thing, and then they hired a writer to add a story to it. But obviously, Talos Principle 2, they already had that writer on board, so they could develop the story with the game, and you can tell that's how they've done it for this one. It turns out Talos Principle 3 was written before the Talos Principle 2 was even finished. And was always planned to be like a finale.
How very fanfic writer of them.
Well, I think from what I've read, the writer for both of the first 2 games wrote it purely as I'm bored, I'm going to finish this and make an ending for this game in case it's ever needed.
Permission to finish the fight of puzzles.
Well, this is the odd thing, because I'm like thinking, how did they continue from the Talos Principle 2? But I can't say much without completely spoiling everything.
Oh, wow.
And to be fair, these are games I genuinely would recommend. If you like puzzle games, definitely give it a go. I've been in a bit of a mood to want to replay a few of these games. I want to replay the Talos Principles. I want to replay Return to the Obra Dinn as well, which is a game we need to finish at some point.
Well, we'd have to restart it.
But it's probably worth restarting at this point. But
I think I would need convincing. I really liked Obra Dinn. In terms,
I don't think it's a stream game.
It's not a stream game.
Yeah,
it's something to do casually with friends still, I think.
Yeah,
but it was just one of those ones that it takes a while to get going, and you need to discuss quite a lot, I think, of what's going on.
Yeah.
And that's sort of the problem I have with Talos Principle, actually, in that I appreciate Talos Principle. And I appreciate, ironically, the principle of the Talos Principle. Yeah. However...
It's not really a
However, game. When I played it, it felt like it took forever to get going, and it doesn't feel like you're making any progress at all. at points.
I think that's the thing.
It's
It's
like,
meant to be a
suddenly, it's not like the difficulty curve on it. You get to a certain point and you're just like, what?
I think there's multiple things. I think part of it is just some puzzles will be easier than others just because of how your brain works, kind of thing. And don't get me wrong, like with the Talos Principle 2, the DLC, some of it is, oh my god, please, my brain can't stand this anymore. But I will say Talos Principle 2 is a little bit, has a better balance to it, I think. Though that in itself has an issue. So the Talos Principle 2 has like 9 areas with 10 puzzles in each. And in the first 8 areas, they give you a new mechanic in every area, and the puzzles have a small difficulty curve in that area, but then the difficulty resets because they have to teach you a new element each time. And in the 9th area, they take all of the new stuff away and just make you use the very basics again.
Okay. See, it's stuff like that. When you say it like that, my immediate thought goes to Portal 2.
Yeah.
Because that has new mechanics, but they're spread out.
Yeah.
They're nicely spread out. You get to, understand that mechanic from like a basic sense, and you work your way up to the point where, okay, well, here's some tricky stuff. And then once you've done that, there'll be a story beat, and then you go on to the next portal area, and then there's a new mechanic. But you've still got to know and use the other mechanics that you've got.
Yeah.
And it's another layer you're building on top of it, as opposed to just you're building the same tower, as opposed to here is 8 little towers, if that makes sense.
So I think there's 2 halves to it. The problem with Talos 1 is they front load a lot of that stuff, and a lot of especially like the 3rd area of Talos Principle 1, the problem is that you've got all the mechanics, and now they're just thinking of harder and harder ways for you to manipulate them. That kind of, in Talos 2, that it doesn't ramp the difficulty up as much, so it's easier for someone to complete the game. There are still more difficult puzzles in there, but they're all like optional ones. And one of the things it does do, so in each area there are 10 puzzles, but you only have to complete 8 of them. 8 of them are numbered in difficulty, so it goes 1 to 8, and then there's 2 bonus puzzles. But if you struggle on one, you can just go and do one of the bonus puzzles if you find them easier.
Yeah.
And you can just skip one of the puzzles, and you can still finish the main game. Whereas Talos,
a quote
one, you have
finish the game.
I mean, it's an ending still. But whereas with the first Talos, you have to do every puzzle to complete the game, no matter what you do.
There was a little bit of it being almost, the presentation of it was a little bit like, how do I put this politely?
I mean, to be fair to the first Talos game, I feel like that's probably due to the fact that this was just a punt in the dark for them.
But even so, there was a little bit of a whiff about it of, this is a very intelligent video game.
I think that's...
We have made it most intelligent. And why? Because we are so intelligent. And it's like,
I think that's more of a... I think that's more of a thing with the writer, but that's a bigger problem with the first game, where there's a bit of a separation between the puzzles and the story.
The story of Talos. It is very much a case of, now have you finished this puzzle? Excellent. Now I've listened to my thesis on the way way religion and the world works. It's like, oh god.
So if you have, I'm annoyed they've taken this out of the remake, but because they have remade the original one in Unreal Engine now, because the second game was in Unreal Engine,
for better or worse.
But the first game did have a DLC that might have alleviated that for you, because it replaces that godly voice.
It replaces God.
Yeah, no, it replaces God. Do you
With
want to know who
Jeff
it replaces
Keighley.
it?
Jeff Keighley, the
No.
voice of God.
It replaces it with Serious Sam.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
But he doesn't say the same thing. He says his own things.
I mean,
Like he comments like one of the things he comments is in one of the worlds is like, "Oh God, Crow Team, how many times have we been to this place? Like, I know reusing assets is a useful thing to do, but I'm sick
Now,
and
come
tired
on."
of Egypt."
Yeah, I mean, I can imagine how good that was because obviously we got Serious Sam in Osa the Insult Simulator, didn't we? He was one of the
Yes, we did.
little bonus
That was
characters, and that was particularly fun. So,
And obviously, the Dead by Daylight team are now making their own Serious Sam game.
are they?
Yeah, did you
I
not see?
don't know.
No.
I did not know this. What's going on?
It was-
Hang
it
on,
was-
whoa!
It was in the same Xbox announcement Alien Deathstorm was in.
Oh, was it?
Yeah.
I have missed that.
I will say, it doesn't look great.
It doesn't look great. Okay,
But it's basically a multiplayer Serious Sam game where you go through the different time periods and
oh no, I think I
continuities of
have
Serious Sam.
seen the trailer for that in part.
Yeah. That's been done by Behavior.
Was done by Behavior, is it? Oh dear. I mean, Behavior have their own thing going on because Jason Voorhees is coming to Dead by Daylight. The license situation got resolved, and it opened the door, and now he's coming for you. It's just the killer as well. There's no survivor. There's no map. It was just you killer. Jason Voorhees.
I was going to say
Happy
what
10th
survivor
anniversary.
would you have, but isn't there a survivor from
I mean,
the first
this
film that
is-
comes back into a later film?
I-
One of the final girls?
I can't remember. It's one of those situations. Ironically, it would have been much better if we'd have got. This would have come more into play if we'd have actually got Freddy versus Jason versus Ash. If that had actually come to, that would have actually been a very specific plot mechanic. But when it comes to those particular, like the film horror, I do mean like the slasher ones. When it comes to the survivors specifically, they don't have a good track record. They've recently just put in like a whole bunch of new stuff for the Alien franchise, funnily enough. Ellen Ripley got like new costumes, and there's new alternate skins which changes Ellen to various other characters in the franchise. I forget the name of the guy who says "Game over, man, game over." He's one of the people, and I think I think Bishop's one of them, and stuff. And they've started doing that a bit more in terms of like, okay, well, if you pick this person, but one of the skins is you get this other character instead, so that way they're not completely screwing up their roster. But but when we had Nightmare on Elm Street and Freddy, and obviously the license for that's a bit gone out of the way now, but there was a survivor for that, and they did like nothing with him. It's like there's no skins, there's no nothing. Same with Freddy. It's just Freddy. But they could have quite easily done, okay, well, this is the girl from 1, and this is the guy from 2, and this is what have you, and I will continue to say that they need to put the new Nightmare stuff in there. Wes Craven's new Nightmare, but they're never going to, because it's a slightly different license, I guess. They could do that, and they could do the same thing. Is it Tommy? Tommy's the guy from. I'm trying to think of the Friday the 13th game, because there's the guy in the blue shirt with a shotgun. I have not seen the Friday the 13th films, but sadly, but yeah, he would be the obvious one, because he's like the guy they call back in.
I guess the question is like, how much are. I'm assuming it's Universal that owns Jason, but how much are they allowing them to
I don't know
use?
who owns it now, but they knew the situation, and they would have. They've got the situation with. They've known the situation because obviously the Halloween licenses timed out now. Again, they could have done a lot more with that, I think, in terms of...
The problem is always how much those
Laurie
companies are going
Strode,
to ask them for money up front versus how
Yeah.
much they want. Licensing is a mess, and I don't blame...
odd.
Yeah, because it's one of the things, like, I know Capcom, from what I've heard, Capcom are quite generous with how they do their licensing. And I think it kind of kicked Konami to be a bit more generous as well.
Yeah.
With the Pyramid Head stuff. But Capcom literally have just like a... Yeah, just as long as you run it by us first.
We've been talking about
it.
this recently, haven't we, on various things, saying like how Capcom just rolls with it and gets a lot out of these deals now.
Yeah,
in terms of
Mega Man in...
Yeah, but
Mega Man in Sonic and Ace Attorney in Among Us.
Yeah,
because that makes...
We keep talking about this. We keep talking about this shit, and it's because Capcom's just open to do stuff, and they're not like mega precious about it. And the stuff that they do with is people that they respect and that have respect for the property, and which is why you've seen, anytime we've just had 2v8 in Dead by Daylight, and anytime that comes out, of the licensed killers, I mean, Ghostface is allowable in 2v8, and part of this is due to the mechanics and stuff of the character.
Yeah,
they can do anything with Ghostface. Yeah, Ghostface, they've done so many skins for Ghostface, which are completely nothing to do with film franchise or anything at all. It's to do with their own lore and everything else.
Mortal Kombat Ghostface is in that as well, and they've done similar.
Oh, that was for MK1, and that was very much taking stuff out. But for that, the Resi stuff, I mean, you've had like multiple goes around with the Resi. You mentioned obviously, Pyramid Heads with Silent Hill. There's a lot
that's
of
Konami,
sorry, it's Konami. Yeah, it's Konami. Sorry, but there's a lot of go around in that, and there's scope. There's still scope to add more stuff in.
Oh god,
that people wouldn't shy away. You've got Wesker and Nemesis in as the two killers, and most every 2v8 game you had, pretty much because of the mechanics and because they're fun to play for people who are killer mains. Most of them had Nemesis or more likely Wesker, because Wesker is like super fucking overpowered in that game.
Yeah,
but you've got that, and you've got options. It's like, okay, so they've got DLC coming, the story DLC in progress, which they're making now for Requiem, which we know because they've announced it.
Yeah,
we've got Leon in Dead by Daylight as a survivor,
but you've got different types of Leon too.
But there's different types of Leon, and one of Leon's outfits is Resi 4 Leon, for example. There isn't old Leon. Ada Wong's in it, of course, and so is Claire's in it, and Jill's in it. Like,
Chris isn't in it yet, is he? Is
Chris is not in it, I think.
But there is potential for more killers from Resi as well, because
exactly.
There's one in particular I'm thinking of from Resi 8.
That's true.
I'm sure plenty of people would be quite happy about.
I'm not quite sure how that would work, just because of proportions. I'm talking about height.
Fair.
I'm talking about height. I'm not talking about anything else, chat. Talking about height.
But then you look at some of the other characters that have weird proportions, and they've made them work, like Chucky.
Yeah, I mean, I think shorter is better than taller, because if you're taller, you're looking over walls and shit. It kind of becomes a bit awkward.
You would compensate that with either shorter range of attacks.
Again, what's his name? Who's the bad guy of Requiem? Could find his.
I don't know.
In,
I've kind of tried to stay away from Requiem a bit, but
would you put in whoever the not Wesker is? You could technically put him in as an alternate skin for Wesker.
Yeah, you could put in an alternative skin for Nemesis of Tyrant from the first game.
There's you've got Nemesis not Nemesis, but you've got like Mr. X.
Yeah,
X could
X
go
as well.
in as an alternate for Nemesis. I think that
I'm
would
sure
go
there's-
down very well. There's a lot of opportunities there that you
Yeah.
could do with that. And like I say, in the same way, it would be nice because what's the other license that timed out? It's, I mean, for obvious fucking reasons, but Pinhead is
Oh,
you can't
yeah.
buy Pinhead anymore, of course, because the license for that came out. But we have a new Hellraiser game that's been announced, which is almost like first-person shootery, but with the puzzle box as like an all-encompassing thing. It's your key, it's your attack, and it's your what have
Yeah.
you. And that looks amazing. It looks completely unlike what I expected the new Hellraiser game to be, and there's nothing stopping. This is the thing. There is nothing stopping any of these these properties going, hey, let's do a deal, do a refresh. We come in, you've got new outfits, you've got new people, you've got the new survivor, you've got new mechanics. We do some tie-in media, we just reset it, get it back in the store. You know what needs to be done for this, and this to get done. Let's move it along because it's the best thing that's happened to that property in a while, or it looks like it's going to be the best thing that's happened to that property in a while, just simply because of the situation with the Hellraiser license, where it's just obviously just kept alive through. We'll stick the name on it's like the Spider-Man Sony thing. They've got to make a Spider-Man film every X years, or the rights revert. And the Hellraiser's the same. So it's in their interest to do deals to keep that ball rolling. And again, the last film that they did, where actually Pinhead was female, it was a different Pinhead entirely. And they almost stumbled on, because normally it's absolute shit, the Hellraiser stuff. So they almost stumbled on a film that actually went down quite well with people, completely by accident. So you've got that that you can do. You've got stuff coming out for Silent Hill. There's other options, other horror games out there.
There's all horror licenses as well.
Licenses.
And there's definitely been requests for certain ones.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'd be interested
I'm sure.
Yeah.
I'm sure someone out there wants a Stephen King crossover.
Well, I mean, the continuous rumor is Pennywise. Pennywise is a continuous rumor, and has been for some time. I mean, they've already got a clown.
Yeah,
so
that's
I'm not sure, but it's a very different mechanic than what Pennywise would be. Pennywise would probably be a little bit like they've got the Xenomorph in that it's sort of or the Xenomorph or the Gorgon actually.
which that license will probably run out at some point.
That it did run out. Stranger Things did run out, and then they renewed it again because of the stuff coming up with the final series. They put it back into place. They refreshed the stuff that they did. They brought a whole bunch of things in. That's one where, like, okay, you've got Eleven's obviously one of the characters that they brought in, and is it Dustin?
Don't ask me. I don't know.
One of the characters, but hey, they refreshed Steve, and then they put alternate character skins in for like 2 or 3 more characters. That is okay. You just have that as this other character as an alternate skin for Steve, and it change him to somebody else or what have you. There's nothing stopping any of that. Like we've got Five Nights at Freddy's in there, of course, now.
Yeah.
That, and obviously Five Nights at Freddy's is a little bit messy in terms of licensing, just and who owns what and decision making. But
true, but
there's
definitely
lot.
There's
a lot of variety in terms of getting people in.
Yeah.
The different types of game as well. A lot of lore stuff that could be brought in to,
and ties with the ongoing movies.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, that's what we had that.
Yeah, we already had one time.
We have had that though with him, haven't we?
But that doesn't mean there couldn't be more.
Yeah, exactly. That doesn't mean there couldn't be more. There's a lot. There's a surprising amount of options open, and one of the things that was because half of this stuff is also getting the licenses to work well together, which is bizarrely how Fanta's going to save the day.
Yeah, oddly enough.
Oddly enough, everybody, if you want to have an idea of what's possible for Dead by Daylight, look to the Fanta ad where they had all the horror characters together, including the first ever appearance together of in the same entity, not counting the time that he took a moment in his TV show to slag her off, but you had Megan and Chucky in the same bit together. And all of those have to like sign off for each other for permissions. Like, are you happy to have your intellectual property associated with this? And it has to be both sides saying it's equal. And if you've got like 6 movie franchises and properties there, they've all got to agree with each other.
Yeah.
So if it's possible for a fan to add everybody, it's possible in Dead by Daylight.
At the moment, Fanta's now on an Xbox kick. So
oh, good.
There's what I think normal Fanta is Call of Duty, Lemon Fanta is Master Chief, or Summer Fruits is Master Chief, maybe.
Oh no, the Master Chief collection of drinks is a lemon, everybody.
No, Lemon is World of Warcraft Blood Elf that I can't remember the name of.
Oh yes, that well-known lemon-flavoured Blood Elf, yes.
And there's another one for for Forza. I think
Forza's probably like the blue one, isn't it? I'm guessing.
Yes, it's the blue one.
Yeah, was it blueberry or?
No, it's what Lilt used to be.
Oh, that's what Lilt is. Pineapple and grapefruit.
Yeah,
with a totally tropical taste, which you'll then realise why you don't drink it all the time, as the aftertaste burns your throat out.
Anyway, that was a little bit of a tangent.
It doesn't matter. It doesn't matter. I mean, it's 2 shows of stuff which I'll just slash up.
I just love that we got from Talos Principle to Dead by Daylight.
Dead by Daylight. It was a good link. It makes perfect sense.
It does, actually, in the context now.
Strangely, yes.
But this time next week we should be... Well, after this time next week we'll have met in person.
Yes, because we will have been at, possibly, depending upon which bit of the show this goes in. But me and Urtheart and Shadow Fox and Guard Ezio, we're all going up the road from me to for our new annual thing. I say new annual thing. It's very much an annual thing.
We did it with Vija for quite a few years, didn't we?
Quite a few years, yeah, indeed. And now we've got
we miss you, Vija.
We miss you, Vija. Stop trying to climb into industrial washing machines in your fursuit, mate. We've seen the photo.
Yes, I did.
Stop. That's how cats die. Stop.
But anyway, so we're going to a board game expo.
Yes.
And then after that, it's the start of the non-E3 stuff, so we'll have plenty to talk about.
Plenty to talk about then. And we're going to get the rest of the guys on here. We're going to have a proper chat. We're going to have a game of something. I don't know what it is. We're going to dust off the LMC cosplay, but we're going to have a game of something. Something nice.
Maybe we'll be inspired by something that we find at UKG.
Yeah, maybe. So nice. Hey, you know what we need to play? That game you got like 2 years ago. With the statistics.
Which one?
The statistics one. Where it's like what's the highest statistic of death?
I've got it right here. Death by coconut. That's it.
Death by coconut. We need to play that on stream. I think, or not on stream. I think we play it on here.
Yeah.
Don't know how that would work, but
I can make it work.
We can make it work somehow. But that would be fun, I think. Right there, thoughts. Before we go any further, I see via my magical watch that can predict the future of editing that we are in fact underrunning a little on this particular episode of Radio Redux. In fact, we've only just hit like the 45-minute mark. My goodness, it's like a whole 15 minutes worth to play with. But what can we put in here? Well, I think it's been long enough that we head back, everybody, to a certain room. A certain dark room. But who can we get to play it this time? Well, after the mysterious Time Eater time skip as we disappear back into the past sound effect, you will find out. Okay.
Oh, Lordy Lou.
Hang on. I can zoom in a bit. Okay, everybody. Since Luna said that they wanted to go through it.
I do.
Okay. So, who said they wanted to go through it?
Me.
Who is
Luna.
that? No! Darren!
Oh, no! Cosmic Darren.
Cosmic Darren! Cosmic Darren, step forth. And if you know the words, follow along. Because, Cosmic Darren, you awake to find yourself in a dark room. Your answers are as follows. Why? Sleep. Find the light switch or go north. Bearing in mind that finding the light switch is indeed your goal at the end of the day. But you may ask any of these or go in any of these. It's up to you.
Go north.
Go north.
Go north.
You proceed in the direction you believe to be north. But how can you tell? You're in a dark room. Do you find true north? Go west, head east, or due south?
Go west.
You slip on something, and with an amazing act of dexterity, do a 270-degree backflip to fall on your face, knocking yourself out. And when you wake up, you awake to find yourself in a dark room. Well, the good news is you didn't die from that. Cosmic Darren. The good news is you didn't die. Why? Sleep, find light switch, or go north?
Why?
Why? Because it's dark, Cosmic Darren. And a room, Cosmic Darren. And this is what you picked, Cosmic Darren. You can embrace the dark or find the light switch.
Find the light switch.
Find the light switch? How can you find the light switch? You're in a dark room. You need the light switch to see. Do you see?
I don't see.
Exactly, Cosmic Darren. I'm glad to see you're finally getting it. And you awake to find yourself in a dark room. Why? Sleep, find light switch, or go north. I'm glad you've got the concept of this, Cosmic Darren. This is very important.
Sleep.
Sleep. Sleep is your answer to everything, Cosmic Darren, but none of us here sleep properly, as you should know full well. You toss and turn, and when you are done, you awake to find yourself in a dark room, but now you feel really tired. You can do one of the following things. You have new options, though. You can sleep again. You can lock in. You can take a shot of G Fuel, or 6-7. What the fuck?
There is a temptation, but I'm not going to bite. Take a shot of G Fuel.
Take a shot of G Fuel. You take a shot of G Fuel and wake up. In your perkiness, you stagger forward and trip over a manscaped trimmer. It scythes through your jugular, spilling your lifeblood over the dark floor. You die! You die! Cosmic Darren. Oh dear.
Oh, lasted longer than I thought I would.
Oh dear, Cosmic Darren, this is no good whatsoever. Hashtag not sponsored by either of those things. Anyway, you went in a different direction to both Greyfall and Shadowfox, who you went in a very different direction. We had some new stuff as a result. It is quite big, this thing. You didn't manage to lose a point like Greyfall did.
No, you didn't lose a point like me.
Grateful
It's
fans
one of
would
the
have.
things
There were two ways to lose. There was two ways to lose a point in the quiz. If you went a very specific direction, and Grateful magically managed to find one of them. So
What can I say? I'm just that
you were
good.
less likely to find the negative point than you were of actually finding the way out.
I'm just that good.
It was, yeah. Anyway, I'm afraid you die, Cosmic Darren. Cosmic Darren. Don't boo me. It was your choice. Anyway. Like I say, hashtag not sponsored. Apologies, Manscaped. Not apologies, G Fuel. Anyway, that's it for the night. Until the next time, everybody, I've been Kevin. That's been Urtheart.
Yar.
And we'll see you very, very soon. Do take care, everybody. Bye-bye!
This was a Last Minute Continue production. For more, please check lastminutecontinue.com.